Hi guys, I just want to share my views on the whole tattoo saga that's been happening. And I shared a video yesterday on my Facebook about a guy who was being bashed by Christians for having tattoos, and why I was actually agreeing with it and not having a problem with it. I'm going to be using three versions because people actually talking about the scripture in Leviticus. So I'll be using three versions, namely the Amplified, ESV, and Tabayehot's version. So let me start with the ESV version, and I think in both instances I will start from verse 27, Leviticus 19, 27 and 28. So it says that you shall not round off the hair of your temples or mar the edges of your beard. You shall not make any cuts on your body for the dead or tattoo yourselves. I am the Lord. So let's go to the Amplified version from verse 28. From verse 27 rather. So you shall not round the corners of your hair of your head, nor trim the corners of your beard, as some idolaters do. And you shall not make any cutting in your flesh for the dead, nor print or tattoo any marks upon you. I am the Lord. So I'm gonna move to the Sepedi version. Tabayehot's. Well, Sepedi is deep, so certain words I might not pronounce them properly, so bear with me. Le seke la ilela bahu ka go bola tlhopho goba ka go fokotša maledu a lena goba ka go ephatša goba la itlhaba dipadi mmeleng ke nna morena. So this is actually the check out more scripture say why it actually talks about my word just went baby there. Okay, when we look at the scriptures, we actually see the views that it's actually talking about cuttings that are done for the dead. It spoke of trimming your hair, but it spoke of trimming your beard. It spoke of cuttings, tattoos, all those that are being done for the dead. So this actually initially tells us that the scripture is talking about things that were done by the Israelites during the time of Moses. They were doing those things for the dead. So we know that if ever you do certain things for the dead, God sees it as idolatry. So what I want people to understand is that do not take the scriptures out of context. If ever the scripture is talking about things that shouldn't be done for the dead, why are we saying that people shouldn't do certain things? We go out there bashing people for having tattoos. We have people who actually trim their hair edges, trim their beard, but why aren't we bashing them? Why aren't we going for them? There's also a scripture that has a problem with shaving off their hair, like with people cutting off their hair. Why don't we also go for that? We have so many people now having tattoos, cutting off their hair, dressing in whatever way they want to dress, and we still deem that as okay. Why are we now coming as the church saying that people who have tattoos are sinning? People who have tattoos have their own reasons why they have tattoos. Whoever has tattoos, it's okay, let them go. Besides, like, who are you to actually cast the first stone? Are you saying by saying that people who do certain things are sinning, does it make you feel better about yourself? Does it make you sin less? Does it make you feel like you have anything covered? Does it make you actually feel like your life is now under control? What I actually want people to understand is that whenever we go into scripture, let us understand why God was telling Moses to share that with the Israelites, because we know the Israelites had a problem of serving the God, and having setting idols, have like always going back to their gods, the gods that they used to build back when they were in Egypt. So let us understand why God was saying that to Moses. We knew that they were actually building altars and Banyaka Morena wa Gauta and all those things. So I want us to actually understand the meaning of why God does things and why God says certain things in scripture. We cannot go out there and say that having a tattoo is sin, where else this was actually talking about the Israelites and what they were supposed to do, and also dealing with their issue of idolatry. So I want us to actually go deep into the scriptures and understand, because here it's not saying people shouldn't have. It's talking about people doing those for the dead. So let us understand that clearly before attacking some other person, because